Hi guys, welcome to the Vet Classroom. In this video we are working from C2 Core Maths textbook by Pearson, and we are busy with chapter 1, exercise 1b, question 1, C and D, dividing polynomials with factors. Right, we are going to start off by rewriting this polynomial and that factor in long division methods. So we are going to say x cubed plus 7x squared minus 3x minus 54, and that needs to be divided by x plus 6. It is really important to always remember that your indexes or indices inside there needs to be 3, 2, 1, 0. If it's not all there, then you need to add a plus 0x to whatever power you are missing. But in this case, everything is there, so we can just start dividing right away. X to the power of 3 divided by x gives us x squared. X squared times x is x to the power of 3. And now don't forget the plus 6 when you go down. So x squared times 6 is plus 6x. Remember that when we are dividing, we need now to subtract this whole thing from that number. So this sign will also change, right? So it will be x cubed minus x cubed is 0, and 7x squared minus x squared will give us x squared. Then we look at that minus 3x and we bring that minus 3x down here. Again, we're going to ignore the plus 6 when we go up. So we're going to say x squared divided by x gives us plus x. X times x gives us x squared. Don't forget the 6. X times 6 is plus 6x. Now we need to subtract this whole thing. And when we subtract, we change this positive sign into a negative, and that positive changes into a negative one as well. X squared minus x squared is 0. Minus 3x minus 6x is minus 9x. Right? Then we need to bring down that negative 54. Negative 54. When we're going up, we ignore the last part. So minus 9x divided by x is minus 9. Minus 9 times x is minus 9x. Minus 9 times 6 is minus 54. We need to subtract this whole bracket. So that means that this is going to change into a positive, and that's going to change into a positive. Right, so when we say minus 9x plus 9x will give you 0, and minus 54 plus 54 also gives you 0. So we can say that x plus 6 is indeed a factor of that polynomial. And just to remind you that we refer to this part as the quotient. We refer to the middle part here as the polynomial, and that part would be the factor. Right, moving on to letter D, we are firstly going to rewrite it as x cubed plus 9x squared plus 18x minus 10, and we need to divide it by x plus 5. Right, so we're going to start off by saying x cubed divided by x gives us x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 5 is plus 5x squared. Now we need to subtract them from one another, so we're going to change the sign minus, and that changes to a minus as well. And then we've got x cubed minus x cubed is 0. 9x squared minus 5x squared is 4x squared. We are going to bring down that plus 18x. When we're going up, we ignore the 5. So 4x squared divided by x is simply 4x. 4x times 4x times x is 4x squared. 4x times 5 is 20x. Right, we need to subtract them. When we subtract them, we change the signs. Then 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0. 18x minus 20x is minus 2x. And finally, we need to bring down that minus 10. Right, minus 2x divided by x gives us minus 2. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times 5 is minus 10. We need to subtract them from one another, so we are going to change the signs. That's going to be a positive and that's going to be a positive. Minus 2x plus 2x is 0. Minus 10 plus 10 is also 0. So we can say that this x plus 5 is indeed a factor of the polynomial, and that part is called the quotient. And this concludes questions 1, C and D of Chapter 1, Exercise 1b.